Hello, my name is Abe and welcome back to Enter the Gungeon. Let's do a robot run, because why not? I was thinking about just doing another Paradox run, but let's Ooh, game crashed. All right, I'll see you in a second. This is the moment where we'll cut back to the YouTube video. No one needs to see me just relaunch the game, wait for it to appear on the screen, select the robot again. We all know what we're doing. We've played this game before. This ain't our first rodeo. It might be the freaking game engine's first rodeo. I tried to say it normally and I couldn't because I always say it as rodeo to be just like a complete doofus about it. I don't know why this game crashes sometimes. It's never done that before, and then when I came back to Gungeon after not playing it for a long time, now it started to crash all the time. I don't have like a controller plugged in. Maybe that's the problem. I don't know. In any case, we're just gonna be playing another Gungeon warm-up run because I don't know. I've been playing a lot of Tiny Rogues lately. Game's a lot of fun. It did just kind of get a new update the other day, but it's like a minor update added in, you know, only like 30 new items and whatnot, but I've unlocked all of the character classes in that game. I've won many times, even with a clown build. I'm ready to wait for, I think, the next major update, or maybe just for that game to come out of early access. Speaking of which, I have seen a lot of people in my Steam friends list as of late playing Satisfactory. That game will never come out of early access. I mark my words. We will be turned into stardust before that game actually gets released at this rate. Hello, oh my God, a lot of good stuff here. Little Bomber, the Owl. We need a way of stealing from this shop. Jornker says, I got Satisfactory at the start of January. I have 50 hours in it in a week. I mean, that's a lot. It's also not that much, but also I'm just waiting for the early access to be over. I'm waiting for the 1.0. I'm trying to do that more with video games so I can get full, proper, play the game the way it was meant to be played, only on non-early access builds. And I'm hopeful that it's not gonna be too much longer, but you never know. Segus Jr. says, from the look of it, there should only be 1 or 2 major updates to Tiny Rogues before release. Yeah, within a year, potentially, if the developer is to be believed. And if we are to believe I keep mentioning this like every stream, but if we are to believe the various data leaks, we might get some gaming in February here. Elden Ring DLC. It's been suggested that maybe we could do like a randomizer. If we were doing a randomizer for a Souls game, I would play Dark Souls 3 with fog wall randomizers, item randomizers, boss randomizers, text randomizers. It would be completely random. I gotta talk to my friend Chris about how to set that up because he's done it before and he's recommended it. But that might satisfy that like Soulsy itch I have. Well, Abe, why don't you play Lies of P? No, I refuse. This is not brand loyalty. This is just, I didn't enjoy it when I played it. The little bit that I played of it. Except key items, because that can soft lock. Well, yes and no. How it works is the game, when you do a randomizer that's like a fog wall randomizer, the game calculates where items can be and it puts those key items in areas you can reach them. For example, when I played Dark Souls 1 as a randomizer, it had the option to randomize the Lord Vessel, but I said no to it. I did, however, randomize key items, and the orange chartering was in a chest in Anne Orlando that I missed. So I had to do the entirety of the fire zone without the orange chartering, which was a lot of fun. But yeah, like, you can do key item randomizers depending on how they work. as long as they're implemented correctly. Mother of Zerg, welcome. Hello. How are you doing today? Actually, you know what I want to do? No! Oh my god, get back there. Get out of here, rat. Oh, what the heck? I teleported out before I got my item drop. My ammo drop, rather. Excuse me, game. You owe me 200 ammo in the Gunzang. I misclicked. That's all that happened. I pressed E to pick up my coolant and I accidentally used the reverse warp here. Well. Ooh, dirty rat. I can't buy the owl, unfortunately. So you know what? We're gonna buy some keys and a little bomber. We're gonna buy out the shop. All right. Connie says, to be honest, the game feel did get better on release with Lies of P. Well, maybe it would be worth jumping into again post-release. I did just play the demo after all, but I don't know. Story, plot, character development. It's kind of expected a little bit more from a game that used public domain IP. There's just something about the game that just doesn't sit well with me. It's really hard to put a finger on it. Yo, I love snowballets. Now all we need is another Corsair run. Ludwig says, I've been on the lookout for a non-roguelite game, and today I started Yakuza Infinite Wealth. Do you want to nerd out with GT Quark about Yakuza? Because I know that she's been just like no-lifing the, like her favorite Yakuza streamer play that game. I have never played a Yakuza game, so I don't have any like inherent reason to play Infinite Wealth. I feel like I would be a poser if I even tried to start it. People would be like, this guy doesn't know any of the character development that they've had in the previous games. And you know what? You wouldn't be wrong. I would be a Yakuza poser. I wonder how much damage Snowballets actually does. Quark says called out. You've been, did you ever pick up Yakuza Quark? Because I know you said that you were going to. Are we gonna get a Quark stream? Maybe we can get a Agrochrisia stream of her playing Minecraft. We can get a Connie stream of him playing Darkest Dungeon, because that's like his favorite game of all time. Maybe we can get a stream of Milt Thompson doing like creative writing. We can get inside the mind of a writer. Here's my interpretation of his writing process. Damn it! I'm a fraud! I don't know what I'm doing! And I'm out of whiskey! Ugh, no please, he says. Segas Jr. says, I can't say for certain, but I feel like Yakuza must have a toxic fan base. Why do you say that? Do you have any reason to believe that their fan base is toxic for any particular reason? I don't know. I've seen a little bit of Yakuza Infinite Wealth. It seems very like lighthearted and fun. Bill Thompson says I got 2 bottles for Christmas. I want. Is it because you actually like? Do you like whiskey, or are people saying, you know, they're Googling what do you buy a writer for Christmas? And the #1 Google result is like, all writers love whiskey. It's a known fact. I wonder what the actual Google result would be. Like if I asked Amazon, Google, Alexa, Cortana. You're like, what would a struggling young writer like for Christmas? It's got to be like an old, like classic typewriter. That's got to be number one. Number two has got to be a bottle of your finest whiskey, please. This is our first chest. No, we had a blue chest drop in the previous room. We'll take Shadow Clone. It's exceptionally great. I like good whiskey. Need a new bottle of bourbon too, said Milt Thompson. Wink, wink. If there's anyone watching, you could use a bottle of bourbon. It's an expensive purchase, but I love good port. Like when you start hitting like $40 a bottle, it's real smooth and real tasty. But I'm not much of a whiskey or a bourbon fan. I actually haven't been. I've been trying to cut back a little bit. Haven't been doing much drinking myself, but no, like I'm not a big drunkard like Milt Thompson is, but I do like a good port, I gotta say. I'm also not a writer. So what the hell do I know? Work says Woodland Reserve is my go-to. Only the best at Woodland. Yo, we have the ability to steal from shops. I'm happy to see it. We're gonna be able to get the rat key. Oh, Segas Jr. says, oh, port, not pork. I mean, a good pork is also delicious. I wouldn't mind a good pork. Do they make like quality premier pork, like Angus beef? Is there an Angus pork? Only the finest mud for our pigs. Connie says, have you tried a Boulit? My favorite budget bourbon. Is that a Gungeon joke? Is that a reference? I should be using this. Heritage pork. Anytime we talk about meat and it's being, oh my God, such a good run, and it's classified as heritage, I'm immediately like a little bit turned off. I don't want old pork. I don't want pork that's been left out in the sun to dry. I'm not one of those crazy people. I should have opened this chest. It's a speed up. We have a speed up, we have flight, we have the ability to steal. We have Snowball, it's electrical immunity, lots of good guns, Shadow Clone. This is a 10 out of 10 run so far. Well, like 8 out of 10, let's be honest. Does a rat steal ammo from secret rooms? So Ludwig, how it works is natural spawns are not stolen. That ammo is a natural spawn that was there when the level loaded. The rat's not gonna steal it until I interact with it in some fashion. If ammo gets spawned in later, the rat can steal that, but the rat won't steal ammo from secret rooms that have spawned there. Because the game doesn't keep track of the fact that you've been in the room. So the rat can't steal the ammo, otherwise there wouldn't be anything in the room, you know? If you're far enough away from the room that the rat can steal it, it would just steal it immediately when it spawns in, so yeah, the rat can't steal that. There you go, there's your pro Gungeon tip. Hey YouTube, it's your boy Abe Clancy here with another pro Gungeon tip. If you ever see ammo in the secret room. You can leave it behind and the rat won't steal it. You can fight your boss and then come back, and then you can just refill on ammo before the next floor. Make sure to like the video, subscribe, and comment below. Make sure you ring that bell as well. You can catch me on Twitch at twitch.tv/AbeClancy, and I'll catch you on the flip side. Metafusion says, oh no, Nerd Abe is here. Here's my secret. He never left. Okay, Abe, now give me a tip on how to beat the High Priest. It's your boy Abe here with another pro Gungeon gamer tip for how to defeat the High Priest. All you gotta do is just get lucky like me and never have him spawn, because you're more likely to get kill pillars and wallmonger than you are to get the High Priest. So, you know, that's all I have to say on the matter, you know. Just get good, Scrub Lord. The game's not hard or anything. Make sure to like the video. Is there like an ASMR channel out there for like a gamer girl who just calls people bad gamers and tell them to get good? Like, oh, you're such a terrible gamer. Why can't you just get good, Scrub Lord? Connie says, I bet. There's gotta be a market for that. If not, maybe you can start the market. Somebody's a bad gamer. I bet you don't even have any maidens. You don't have the right. Oh, you don't have the right. Connie says, gotta become a girl gamer though. I mean, in this day and age, that's not that big of a problem. Iron Maiden? That's a Tiny Rogues reference, says Nambi. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. It is in fact a reference. Guns and Gungeon? That's a reference. All right. This, oh, you son of a. It's gonna say this is gonna be good and we're gonna break all of the segments of the ammo conda, and then what happens? I just freaking get hit in like 2 damn milliseconds. Look at this poor dumb snake, can't even do anything. Hey, eat me. What, you can't? Because you're a dumb snake? You can't eat anyone? Yeah, freaking dummy. Look at that, I'm gonna bomb you. Poor guy, look at him, he can't even eat his own tail. And you call yourself an Ouroboros worm? How you gonna eat the world, Yormonder, if you can't actually eat your own tail? Is your tail not a part of the world, dumb animal? Guess we'll buy the key. We should gun lunch. We've got so many guns. There's so many guns I don't want to use. I don't want to use trick gun anymore. And triple gun's pretty annoying. Yeah, let's get rid of triple gun. I like it. Dash Drive asks, when was the last time you completed a flawless run, Abe? If we want to get technical, probably like a month ago, but in the YouTube playlist, it's probably like 6 videos ago. I don't think it was actually that far long ago. I think it was relatively recent. Play the whole game without taking a hit. I can't remember if that includes like the rat. I guess like by definition it would probably include the old king, because I haven't done a run recently where I kept the armor to the lich. I've done that before though. Ooh. 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 Yeah, we're gonna be, in fact, I'm just gonna buy that immediately. We'll steal the rest of your garbage. It is a good shop to see. Segus Jr. says, I can't believe Gungeon was so popular they made guns a real thing. Yeah, all of our problems began with Gungeon. Damn it, Dodge Roll Dave and Dodge Roll Ruble. What have you done? Actually, secretly they created the gun and the bullet that can kill the past. So, really, time travel is also their fault. We have a shop on the floor. We're not gonna have a second shop, so spend a key. Connie asks, so Abe, if you won't play Darkest Dungeon 2, what will it take to convince you to try Inscription tonight? Is Inscription... Right. Is Inscription a good, like, stream game, you think? I have that game in my Steam library. I haven't played it yet. Most definitely. Yeah, but are you just saying that? I hear the game is pretty good. Here's my conundrum, my quandary with playing Inscription. We've already started, you know, Shovel Knight. We've got the 3rd and 4th campaign to do. We played Blasphemous 1. We gotta play Blasphemous 2. We gotta play the Resident Evil games. But I gotta edit those videos up. Are we willing to start yet another game that presumably I would finish? I tend to finish games that I start when I have an intention of finishing them, and it's not just like a let's look at style thing. Zyomkin says, sounds like a card game. My understanding is that it's one of those subversive games. So yeah, it's a card game. Wink! The North says, Inscription is a fantastic game to stream or play on YouTube. 6 years ago when it was released, but it's still really cool. When did that game get released? Couldn't have been that long ago. I'm gonna say like 2021, probably. Add it to the list of games that, you know, passed me by. So you tried Astral Ascent. Yeah. I want to actually write a like review video for that for YouTube, because the game has so much like complexity to the mechanics. I feel like I need to describe what's happening in a like review like format. So I might try that. And actually, as I was thinking about the game, after I had played it, I realized that there are so many other comparisons to make and discussions about the game mechanics and what works and what doesn't work. It's a big bullet. 38 bucks, but we're not gonna get enough money to buy both items from this doofus, but I can take the Frost Amulet. And we can try to take Full Metal Jacket. Alright, it didn't work. You know, I'll open another chest. Gun boots. Alright, I spent the key, thankfully. Metaphusion asked, did you win in Astral Ascent yesterday? No, the game is pretty tough. But also, Astral Ascent has this thing where, kind of like Hades or Rogue Legacy, I feel like you're not expected to win your first run. You're expected to win once you get all of the meta progression upgrades, because they actually give you a surprising amount of power as you get those upgrades. You know, as you get the meta progression upgrades that double your starting health, allow you to hold 3 times the number of starting relics. You know, once you get those unlocks, then you can start thinking about actually winning runs, right? Metaphusion says relics aren't in Astral Ascent though. Okay, auras, you nerd! You freaking nerd! You need help pushing those glasses up on your nose, nerd? Zumpkin says, I love new unlocks. Yeah, but the unlocks are all just like, there are unlocks for spells, you know, items, but there's also unlocks for start with more HP, which is kind of the Hades / Rogue Legacy approach, where you're not unlocking items, you're unlocking power. You could argue that in some of these games like Isaac or Gungeon, sometimes the items are powerful items, but you're unlocking power. You're unlocking the ability to actually have stronger runs directly. And that's not a very like fun unlock system for me. I much prefer the unlocks to just be items as opposed to power. Yeah, you definitely don't need the upgrades to win. And as you get better at the game, if you ever decide to like start a new save file or something, I'm sure you would be able to win way before you're able to. But the upgrades that you get, they do provide such a overwhelming amount of power. I can't see the bullets, there's too many brightly colored arrows on the screen. Like the first run I played of Astral Ascent, I kept asking like, why are there so many auras in this game? I can only hold 1. And then later I realized, oh, you can actually hold 4. 4 of these passive abilities, like boons. You just have to unlock the right. You don't have the right, oh, you don't have the right. Oh, you don't have the right. Metaphusion says, don't call me a nerd, you're the one that knows everything in Enter the Gungeon. Haven't we proven that that's incorrect? Haven't we proven via like various attempts at Gungeon trivia that half of the questions I'm like, I don't know. Dumpkin says, cause of big RNG, it's just sometimes unfair or too easy. Metaphusion says, that's how I feel about tiny rogues sometimes. a lot of Tiny Rogues does give you boss patterns that you can recognize and get used to. As in all of these games, you know, once you play them for a while, once you're more skilled, once you know how to fight the Zodiacs in Astral Ascent or the bosses in Gungeon, or, you know, insert video game here, you're gonna have an easier time. But, what was the point I was gonna make with this? Hold on, I'm trying to fight the rat here. Oh, in Tiny Rogues, a lot of the oh, that's good. A lot of the RNG is like powerful synergies. And hoping that if you have a weak run, you are at least getting health so you can survive 1 or 2 hits. I wonder if this will get like, maybe even addressed in Tiny Rogues' development. But that game is far too lethal for my liking. I'm having a good time with it, but you die in a second on a boss fight that you are just poorly handling. And then they had the gall to also nerf flask healing. They made it take longer. A lot of characters, you start with 1 HP. You don't even have the capability of flasking up. It's just like, come on. And you're lucky to find like 1 health over the course of the entire run, like 1 more HP. Anyways, that's my thinking. Jomkin says, yeah, but Tiny Rogues, you can have bad runs and struggle to win, but it's doable. In Astral Ascent, having bad run is you dead. I guess I haven't gotten to that point in Astral Ascent. I only played 2 runs. I made it to the 2nd boss. And didn't understand the pattern, so I just, you know, kept getting hit by bullets. Oh, and then I kept fighting an optional boss, which kept killing me. I thought you were dead. Oh my god, I am just the absolute worst at Enter the Gungeon. You thought I was good at this game. You're almost as dumb as I am, getting hit by every single bullet. Wait, what did I put ammo into? Did I not pick up the ammo drops on the last floor? I think I missed the ammo drops. That's okay though, we have Crescent Crossbow. Let's just use this. Let's rip the bit rate even more. Where are you? Big stars! Stars! Sherbet says, unpopular opinion, Tiny Rogues was more fun before the Heaven and Hell update. Really? I didn't play it before that update, but I did see that before that update, you only had 1 option for items after boss fights. I can't help but think that more options and opportunities can make games like that more interesting. But I guess I also don't know like any balancing related to the, you know, soul shops and whatnot. I only played like 3 runs before they added in the damn bonfire. The dang old bonfire, man! You gotta die. Till I Welcome says, oh, I gotta sneeze? Oh, excuse me. What games are like that? I know in every game like Gungeon or Hades, you can beat the game on the first try if you're good enough. The upgrades are just a bonus. Well, so there's a big difference actually between Gungeon and Hades. In Hades, when you upgrade, when you do meta progression, you're unlocking stats. More dodges, more health, health recovery, literally more power. You are stronger. In Gungeon, the only thing you spend your meta currency on is items. You've unlocked the RPG. You've unlocked the Fight Saber. Yeah, okay, the Fight Saber is a good gun, but you're not gonna get it in every run. You've unlocked Gungeon. You've unlocked Rolling Reload. That might be a default item, I don't remember. But the idea is that in Gungeon, the difference between someone who has unlocked everything and someone who's unlocked nothing is just fun items. It's run differentiation, it's more variability, as opposed to, oh, you have twice the damage, 3 times the HP, literal straight up extra lives. We're not gonna get time for the weird egg. Like I'm okay at Hades when I was last playing it. I would struggle to win a default run of Hades because you don't have 2 dashes, you don't have 3 revives, you don't have quite a lot of bonus health. Gungeon, I completed the entire save file without dying because I've just played this game a lot, you know? But you're not stronger at the beginning of a Gungeon run. You have the same power as you do at the end of a save file, pretty much. RNG accepted. You know, you could luck into items. Good items, I suppose. But you can do that in the normal game. You're not gonna luck into a finished gun, but you can luck into a... What's the best default unlocked gun in the game? Golden gun, maybe? Is that a default gun? I don't know. I like that the shadow clone can stop the wall. All right, see you later. Oh, good stuff. We need to empty the ammo in a gun so we can throw it and make it large. Can we do that with stout bullets? I think we can. The egg. I guess we can still hold the egg, can't we? Yeah. Don't need the key, don't really need the brick of cash, don't really need the HP. I'll buy the HP, you never know. And we will sell all of the garbage. We will sell. Okay, we don't have a lot of garbage, but I'm still gonna sell some things. We're gonna sell the sling. No, my shadow clone! Yeah, I hit the wrong button! Why did I think G was map? You son of a gun. I'm gonna dump gun boots and speed upgrade. Hold on. These will keep, and I don't know. How much money do we have? 164. And we can steal. This is good enough. Numpkin says, in Astral Ascent, when you get to the last boss, if you get there, he will just straight up kill you because of tons of HP. I don't know if I'll play Astral Ascent. I still think that that game has some like easy quality of life that could be added in that would make it so much friendlier to play. Is Composite Gun a default unlocked item? Maybe. Is the Patriot? I don't remember. Lenore says there are also games that put up actual walls if you beat them too quickly, bosses or encounters designed to kill you until you unlock certain things. What game, do you know of any games off the top of your head that do that? Because as far as like roguelites are concerned, I don't really think of any. If it was like a Metroidvania, I guess I could probably think of some, but straight up roguelite? I don't know. Sherbet says no one say anything. Huh? I'm not mentioning it by a name for a reason. I'll tell you eventually. Can't wait until you unlock something. I guess in Hades there's plot that doesn't happen until you win many times. I guess in Gungeon, there's the bullet that can kill the past. That just takes 4 runs, though. And it's not like you don't get anything for ending your run after the dragon. You get to fight your past, you know? It's a cool little unique fight for each character. You're getting part of the story. I would say if you're getting parts of the story, it's fine. Metafusion says Dead Cells with BC5. I don't think so. I think of that as more of a like New Game Plus mode. You know, you beat the game, we made it harder. You know, Hades, Pact of Punishment. I guess there is literally the 5 BC door, and they're like, yo, you can't open this, but it's really more of a New Game Plus thing. Oh, Isaac, yeah, okay. I mean, Isaac is the big one. I made the comparison between Tiny Rogues and Isaac, where in Tiny Rogues, you don't get anything when you finish a run and you die because you're scripted to die. You die because death kills you because you haven't beaten him 5 times. In Isaac, at least you get something when you win a run. You get an unlock. You get like an animation that plays and everything. It's like, you won, congratulations. The game doesn't kill you. I think there's a little bit of a better like player feeling when you win the run successfully. It's just an incomplete victory versus the game literally killing you. I think also in Isaac, you know, if you're playing that, if you're going into it blind and you're playing it for the first time, you don't really know that there's anything after Mom's foot, you know? You finish the fight, you beat Mom, the game ends, you get an unlock, and then the game is like, it got harder. And you're like, oh, there's more stuff, let's play again. And then you see that there's another floor and you're like, oh, that's cool, there's more stuff, let's keep going this time. You know, in Death, in Tiny Rogues, when you're fighting Death, it's like, here's a hallway. You lose! Good day, sir! It's like, okay. I guess. Thanks. Sherbet says, Abe, you should play Rogue, go back to the roots. Rogue doesn't really have much in common with today's roguelites, doesn't it? That's part of the reason why people complain that you call it a roguelite. This has nothing to do. It's not a turn-based game. Meta progression, not in my rogue. The only meta progression is skill. Get good, loser. The North says, Abe, can you ignore me for 5 minutes while I tell everyone but you? Oh, just tell me the game that you're thinking of. And don't say Cobalt Core, because that's like a plot ending you get when you actually complete the game. Excuse me. You know what? I'll take a blank on that one. Oh, come on. I don't have any beams, you jerk. I don't know what hit me there. I thought I was dodging acceptably. It's okay. Oh, well, that time I can't see your bullets. There's too many bright arrows in the way. I must have homing shots. Oh, we picked up the, I was gonna say the clutch. Brr, brr. No, it's the crutch. No wonder we have homing shots. I should also be cheesing the hell out of the wings, but that's okay. What the hell are we talking about? Chrissy says Isaac has something like that, 5 wins, and the game just got harder. I think it's, you beat Mom's heart 10 times and you unlock It Lives. Is that correct? The North says, fine, I'll tell you, but because I know you'll never experience it, if you beat Inscription too quickly, the game will make it borderline impossible to progress. I'm curious now as to how you mean borderline impossible, because I know, like, that's not much of a, it's not a spoiler for me. I know what Inscription's about, wink, nudge, but after playing the game, I would be curious to hear more about that. You know what? I'm reminded of the rat fight in Isaac. If you fight the rat early, he actually says, there's no way you could have found me. You must be cheating. I'm still gonna fight you, but you should be ashamed of yourself, or something like that. I think, yeah. Because you're supposed to do it through like normal progression, and if you skip some of that, the game's like, nah, nah, nah. You didn't say the magic word. Nah, You didn't say the magic word. Did I say rat and Isaac? You know what I mean. Rat in this game that we're playing right now, whatever it's called. Tilai says, he does this by spawning a table full of 6/6 creatures. I'm assuming that's tough. Can't win without the cheese. I got cheese. Oh, it's partially eaten too. That's how you know it's mine. Metafusion says, I've heard on Switch the path is always the same, so maybe you could do it like that. Yeah, because it's based off of hardware, and the Switch, all Switches have the same hardware identifiers, so. You lose to the 6/6s to progress. Some like secret story happening there in that case. I see it, I see it, I see it, I see it. I like the big purple laser. This is gonna do absolute numbers on the bitrate though. This is this is not gonna perform well at this point. Man, we have good guns, infinite ammo. Good run today. Good, solid warm-up run of Enter the Gungeon. Five HP is full on inscription. Make of that as you will. So the enemies are literally stronger than you can possibly be. But I'm sure there's a way of winning. I'm sure there's a way of beating the game before you're supposed to. I love it when games have that type of mechanic and then they allow you to do it. They allow you to progress. They allow you to win, but they comment on it in some form or another. Maybe they're like, there's no way you could have possibly done this legitimately. Are you reading the Game Facts strategy guide? That's gonna loop, so it's probably gonna be this direction. We might as well dump the egg. We're not gonna need it. Lament configure him, huh? All right, we're gonna exchange one item for another possibly better item. Let's see. Thank you. Honey says, can't wait for Daniel's new game. Who the heck is Daniel, other than the protagonist of Amnesia: The Dark Descent? Daniel. Is this like Tiny Rogues and the developer Ruby Dev? Am I supposed to know these people by name alone? Ah, Daniel. Good old Daniel. Danny boy. Daniel. I call him Danny. We're on first name terms. We're on nickname terms here. Daniel. Oh, Danny boy. I hear your game is beautiful. Oh, Danny boy. This will look pretty good with shock rounds. Look at that. Look at that, look at that, look at that. We shoot the gun. Does shock rounds work with a weapon like this, like the beam effect? I don't know. Let's just summon all the enemies. Seems good to me. I'm okay with that. I will use one more Lament configure him. We're gonna get one more item payout. If it's the clone, I'm gonna not want to use it, but I'll still use it. Because I love my chat. And all of you people who still like watching Gungeon after all these years. I don't care about the icebreaker. Get out of here. Who cares? Still 4 bloody blanks I'm not using. What the heck is wrong with me? Sherbet says, we love you too, Abe. Oh, I love you too, Sherbet. Toggy says 12-hour Gungeon run. I still don't know how to actually make the clone reliably appear, because sometimes when I do this, I think the last time I tried that, I tried to make the clone appear infinitely, we actually looped through every black tier passive, and then the game gave me an A tier passive because I ran out of black ones. It's like, I don't know what to do at that point. I must have done something wrong. Yeah, it got downgraded. What the heck? It turned into a wingman. It was very strange. So if I knew how to do it, I might do it, but I don't know how to actually go infinite. I thought I knew. Maybe the game has just been behaving differently lately. I mean, it crashes on load up half the time. Well, fun warm-up run for today. A strong run. I took way too much damage, but that's okay. It doesn't matter. We won. For now, for those of you on YouTube, thank you very much for watching. Like the video if you've enjoyed it. Subscribe for more. Check me out on Twitch if we're going to go live. Support the channel at the various links below in the video description, and I hope to see you here again for the next run of Enter the Gungeon.